All of y'all did that for the last 4 years.
Man, Charlamagne, I ain't lie about a damn thing.
Well, you ain't tell the truth.
Well, what?
You just kept quiet.
Okay.
Don't let him talk to you like that, Jay.
Come on, man.
But there was always rumor that the DNC were the ones that, quote unquote, picked who they wanted to be.
Man, that's a bunch of baloney.
Stop it, Jamie. That's not baloney.
Oh, yo, man.
But that's what they say. They say they pick somebody who they feel
you a podcaster
will be
now, you can
the
touch
president.
You can tell the truth.
Well, I am telling the truth. Tell me with the power I have to pick. If I'm the DNC chair, what power do I have to pick? Like people say, well, you could have told Joe Biden to not run. Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have said that.
I think ultimately what the president saw was that this fight is actually tearing the party apart. And I don't want that to be on me.
Stop it, Jamie.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you the truth.
You're not beholden to them no more.
No, it's not about being beholden to them. I'm telling you the truth.
That man was too old. Everybody knew he was too old.
But Charlamagne,
he should have been a transitional president from the beginning.
Charlamagne, I get all of that. But you know what? Somebody should have stepped up. If people thought that Joe Biden was too old, then some real people should have stepped up and said, you know what, I'm going to run.
But then they get their ass handed to him. When the Dean Phillips does that, y'all kick him out. Jake Tapper book, I read the book. Said President Biden walked up to you, shook your hand.
That's a bunch of bull. That's a bunch of bull.
I don't believe you, that, Jamie.
But why don't you believe me?
Because I
believe that actually happened. For people that don't know what happened.
He said that Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson wrote in their book, Original Sin, that Biden shook DNC chair at the time, Jamie Harrison's hand, and didn't recognize who he was.
Probably didn't remember.
Jamie said he was lying.
I said that is bull because it was bull. Every time that Joe Biden always related me to Jim Clyburn, right? So
he thought you was Jim Clyburn.
No, shut up. No, come on.
I knew that was
I walked right into that.
There's a perception that the DNC is too tied to corporate donors and special.
Yeah, man, that's bull too. Oh, well, okay, tell me. Pull the records, pull the receipts. There are some Democrats in Congress who do take corporate PAC dollars like they do and in part of their fundraising. If these people are still passing health care and they're not fighting for tax cuts for these wealthy corporations and all that. They're actually trying to increase the taxes on some of these folks. It's kind of hard to say that these people aren't fighting for their constituents, man.
And I just want to ask you to be clear. So you said the DNC has never taken corporate dollars in the past.
No, the DNC, I mean, I don't know if there is some...
No corporate PAC money.
There may be some corporate PAC money.
No, you said there wasn't.
No. But you said that the DNC was controlled by corporate PAC money. If there is corporate PAC money, it's probably less than 5%. No, DNC has taken corporate PAC money in the past. I mean, all of the parties have taken corporate PAC money.
Do you think AIPAC and like other powerful lobbies like that have too much influence over Democrat leaders?
I think there's...
And the party's agenda?
No, I think AIPAC has a lot of power over both parties, right? Or people in both parties. Because I don't want to use the party as a whole, as a label. There are people in the parties in which AIPAC is very influential on, in both the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. And so, organizations like that probably do have a little too much influence. And the only way that we curb that is to change the campaign finance laws in this country. So that it is more grassroots focused and oriented and less about these big PACs that have come up. I think one of the worst things was the Citizens United decision.
How come Merrick Garland doesn't get any smoke?
He should get plenty of smoke.
Now we talking, Jamie. Okay.
I wish Doug Jones would have. I thought that was the biggest mistake of the Biden administration, appointing Merrick Garland. And it's because we always want to be like the above the fray. We always want to be like, well, let's do it by the book. Let's do it academic. But sometimes you got to fight, right? Yeah. I mean, you just got to fight. And I wish Doug Jones or somebody of that ilk would have been the attorney general, because Merrick Garland was awful. He was abysmally awful.
He didn't investigate the Epstein files.
Dropped the ball.
And he indicted Trump too late on January 6th because he didn't want to seem too political.
Political.
Meanwhile,
what is Trump
President
doing?
Trump is out here like, I'm locking all y'all.
That is former DNC chair Jamie Harrison, who is now a podcaster, to keep it really, really real. He is a podcaster. And much like Stephen Miller's wife, he was involved with people in the government, And he has decided to get into podcasting. Truly remarkable. And some of these answers are very concerning, I got to say. Super concerning. First, from David Sirota. Jamie Harrison was a corporate lobbyist who became DNC chair. His clients included Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Merck. Him now pretending there's been no corporate control of the DNC is truly wild. He is the corporate control. Amen. And by the way, a very key exchange there as transcribed from the Daily Beast. I'd rather take an old Joe Biden on a respirator right now than a goddamn Donald Trump right now who's destroying this country, Harrison would say. To which Charlamagne replied, that type of rhetoric is exactly why y'all lost. He'd add that America shouldn't have to choose between an authoritarian regime, authoritarian strategy, and an old man on a respirator. Guys, I mean, this is so simple. This is so simple and so easy. But the fact of the matter is, at least according to some reporting and also their actions along the way, they covered for that old man. They covered for him. After he reportedly said that he was going to be a one-term president, he wanted to run for a second. And Dr. Joe Biden and others who were close to the president during his first term basically ran cover for him at every chance that they possibly could because they wanted to, I don't know, fulfill some legacy, when really, if we're thinking about this abstractly, you should be putting country over party, not party over country. But that is the issue with many people in D.C., is that it is of the team sport mentality. But they also want their guy. You can't have anybody opposing this guy. And I personally believe Jamie Harrison is a bad faith actor in this entire exchange. Oh, well, someone else should have ran. Someone else should have ran. Look, man, I'm going to tell you this, all right? There have been some progressives that have let me down. All right, Summer Lee has not. Ilhan Omar has not. Has not. Rashida Tlaib has not. And yet I truly do believe that there were potentially, this is a deal-making town. I believe that there were some backdoor deals that were taking place for the likes of Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and others, Ayanna Pressley, to get in line and support Joe Biden very early on. No open primary, no nothing. Why? Why, Jamie? Why didn't you want an open primary, would be the follow-up question. It's because I believe the Bidens wanted to do something a certain way, and many others just simply went with it. Oh, and for what it's worth, let's not forget Harrison's former advisor, who for some reason follows me on a platform that I hardly ever use, Rachel Beitkofer, as in tweeting, tweeted this when hearing the news of Zoran Mamdani defeating the legacy that is Andrew Cuomo. This is the sort of stuff, as I am watching this interview, that enrages me, because he truly appears so out of touch, does not know how to answer many questions, and just defends the record instead of us seeing that you ran the play, it didn't work, and now you're defending the play that lost you the Super Bowl. I'm dumbfounded by this. Because what it is about, and tied into what I'm going to say next, is control. And they really thought, even with Kamala Harris, they really thought that what they had to do was appease the billionaires. You are not going to out-billionaire the right wing. You will not. And yet they tried. They tried to out-billionaire that political party who will do anything for a buck. They flopped on so many different issues. Would we be in a better place if Harris was elected? Duh, of course. But the reason they are deeply unpopular is because of stuff like this. People who are in positions of power taking zero accountability for their losses and blaming it on anyone and everything, but taking some ownership. And I find that to be ridiculous. People are not signing up to be Democrats, man. And there is a good reason why. You want to see an example? Go to this interview.